in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Bobo's the Mike. Mike's Bobo. Go. Check.
Close, 10.
Check.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Trouble, 38. Hey, check Mega.
Slam. Check 31.
Ready, go.
They'll go again with Patterson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Patterson running between the tackles. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Shot, 17.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the... Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Striker, 3-3.
2nd and 5. This pass is caught by London. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Koo now for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Cooper, the man in motion, left. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
22 needle.
3rd down, here's Patterson. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Running the counter, Patterson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sione Takitaki able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a first down throw, Watson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And trouble trying the middle here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 4th down, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Watson off play action. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 28 yards. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
6, mega.
Line 6. Line 6.
And let's pin it down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
62 blaster.
That's a safety creep. Hey, switch gears.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Mike 28. In your face.
Mike 97.
Check 26. Check 26.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one. As he... Tackled at the 15. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On first down, going back to Patterson. And some room to roam now. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. You must be treated. Black shot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Patterson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Coup for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 30 on second down, Watson buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Watson. Flush to his right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Jump, 17. Red, yellow.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Number 28.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 17, Watson. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Watson on 3rd down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Back to throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
The slot man in motion right. Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion left, that's Cooper. faking the give. Now Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. D'Angelo Malone in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Drill 52.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. That one is caught by Hunt. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
On first down, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
43. 22 needle. Ready.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
52 blaster.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Jet. Ready.
Tossing out right here to Patterson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Deshaun Jackson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 10.
Watson now to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Falcons grab it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Give to Patterson, running to the right.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.